Hello, cult members. Welcome to Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And this is a non-spoiler review of Black Panther. We are not going to spoil it here. We got the chance to go see it last night at a pre-screening, which was awesome.
It was.
A little bit of a fiasco getting in, but we got in there and got good seats, so we were a little concerned there for a minute. But we got the chance to go see it, and so this is our non-spoiler review. We will not spoil it. No promises till the next one. So, what were your overall thoughts about the movie?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was. I know you're gonna talk about the mixing the old with the new, so I won't. Spoil that. But yeah, it was everything I hoped it would be. It was
lived up to all the expectations that you were.
Yeah,
I had
absolutely.
a lot more expectations than she did, and yeah, it lived up to everything I was hoping.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was vibrating ever since the first trailer or commercial, whatever it came out, because it would look damn. It would look damn.
All the technology was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the characters were a lot of fun.
Yeah. I really it does a really good job of being within the Marvel universe, but being its own. This is not really necessarily a superhero movie. Really, it's about a guy coming to grips of being an adult. Essentially, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And now he becomes king. This is not spoilers. His dad dies in Civil War. If you haven't seen Civil War yet, then why are you watching the review of Black Panther, right? But his dad dies, and T'Challa becomes the king.
Yeah.
And so all that's going to happen, and it's him coming to grips of how do I become a good king? How am I a good person?
And keeping the traditions of his tribe, community, whatever.
Yeah.
But also being faced with what they're about to have to deal with, where everybody's going to have to come.
Modern world.
Yeah.
Having to deal with the modern outside world is this overarching plot, and so that's why I say it's really more of a non-comic book movie. Now, there's comic book stuff in it. I mean, the dude's dressed up as a Black Panther and fucking vibranium. So but it's a nice another example of the MCU doing a movie that's outside of a comic book genre with comic book tropes, and I just think that they handled that really, really well.
I kind of, in my mind, was comparing it to Doctor Strange, right? Not the standard Avengers type movie, but more, Doctor Strange dealt with magic, and this was technology.
Yeah.
So,
you could say that. Is there anything particular that you didn't like about it?
So we talked about it on the way back. We saw it in 3D.
Yeah.
And I think that some of the CGI doesn't necessarily work in 3D. There were some times when, especially in the, there's some scenes where they're flying, and it really looked kind of fake.
This is the one, like, I like seeing things in 3D, but this is one of the drawbacks with 3D is just the technology's not quite there yet to do 3D the right way. I think
not with super CGI movies.
No, there was a couple times in some fight scenes where the CGI was off, and it was a little hard to kind of keep track because it was 3D. And now we're not saying that this affects the movie in any way. You should definitely go see it. But we're going to go see it again on Friday in the Dolby Uber Nice Theater, the Athos Theater. And I want to see what the difference is between the two.
Yeah. And I purposely took my 3D glasses off a couple times just to kind of see. And it was better without them on.
Yeah.
So
if we're going to talk about this movie overall if we're going to talk about the movie, it was really well done, and the characters were awesome, and Michael B. Jordan steals the movie, and he's not in it a ton, but he's in it enough. He's probably one of the better Marvel villains we've had.
Bad guys, yeah, he was awesome.
Chadwick Boseman is he's got that character knocked down in two movies.
Yeah.
T'Challa's sister, Shuri. It's Shuri. Okay, not Suri. That's the the thing. Shuri was a nice departure of the teenage girl being. Been very easy to do a teenage girl kind of, oh, whatever, you're dumb, and kind of thing. But she's portrayed really, really well in this movie.
Yeah, all the women totally kick ass.
yeah. The other thing that we have to talk about with this movie is there's a social message in this movie, but it's not like slap you in your face, beating you into the ground. How this is, what's happened is, it's obviously they're talking about African culture and black culture around the world and how black people have been treated poorly over the season. I was trying to find something more eloquent than that, but that's just about the best way to put it. And they talk about it, and that's one of the things they discuss throughout the entire movie, but it's not a slap you in the face kind of thing. And I just thought that was nice.
Yeah. And one of the things that I was, when I was listening to Movie Talk today, and they were talking about it, and they were talking about how there hadn't been any black superheroes, and John Schnepp was like, yeah, there's been Blade and
Catwoman
and Catwoman. This isn't about black superheroes. This is about the African culture, and that has never been portrayed in a superhero movie. And first of all, there were a lot of black people.
I say about a third of the theater was.
Yeah, which is something that never really happens at a superhero movie.
And we live in Phoenix, and there's not a large African American.
Right, it's more Hispanic
and
culturally diverse group, and a bunch of them came in like African kind of print shirts and dresses, and I just thought that was super cool that they get to do that. They get to go and experience that and appreciate that, and I thought it was awesome.
They either had like there was a bunch of guys running around with Black Panther shirts on and stuff, and it was just very refreshing to have this movie come out and have it be that kind of culturally important, but still be like a fun comic book popcorn.
And there was several older black ladies there too. Yeah. I was like, yeah, go you.
Yeah, it was awesome. So what was your overall score?
I've been 4.5.
Okay, that's where I'm at.
I might regret that later this year.
No, it's on each individual movie. We're not ranking them, and 4.5 is what I'm saying right now. I'm really happy we got to see it last night. I'm really happy we're getting to see it again on Friday.
Yeah.
And I would not be opposed to go see it on Monday. Like that.
We'll see.
We have some things to do. But that was our non-spoiler thoughts about Black Panther. Please let us know if you've seen it or if you're excited about it. Whatever it is that you think about Black Panther, tell us in the comments and leave us a comment. And while you're here, like the video and please subscribe to the channel. You can also get a hold of us at Facebook at the Pop Culture Cult, or Pop Culture Cult 1 on Instagram, and we're at Pop_Cult 1 on Twitter. You'll have to do this one of these days. We're also on the Stardust app at the Pop Culture Cult. Follow us first and download it for free. And that's it. We're going to do a spoiler review next. We'll get into stuff more in depth, and go follow that after you've seen the movie. And until the next video, good afternoon.